Hey, we're going to do another molar mass conversion explanation. This time it's number 3. We got another couple of questions here that we have right here. We can see them. And again, we look at the first one. It says, how many liters are there in 2.681 moles of ammonia gas? Now, again, our big thing about this right here and these conversions right here is that all of these things that I just highlighted are equal to each other. So 1 mole equals Avogadro's number, which is this number right here, and has a unit of either atoms, molecules, or formula units. The molar mass, which is what we've already calculated out, and that's going to be in grams. So we're adding all the different elements, how many what their weight is for each one, add them all together with the molar mass of how many is in 1 mole. So they're equal to that. And then if it's a gas and we're trying to figure out volume, we can figure that it's 22.4 liters if that gas is that STP, again, standard temperature and pressure. So let's go ahead and work these through. And this time we're going to convert. It says how many liters are there in 2.681 moles. So we're going to go from moles to liters. So one of the first things we need to do is figure out ammonia gas. Now I could say that it's, instead of ammonia, it could be nitrogen tetrahydride. Okay, that would be a type 3 way to put it. But ammonia is one of those compounds that you need to know the formula for ammonia. Okay, now a lot of people look at it and they say ammonia, let me go to the polyatomic ion sheet, and they pull up ammonium. Well, it doesn't end in it doesn't end in ate or ite, so it's not an ion anyways. It's a compound. So you just have to memorize it, unless I say nitrogen tetrahydride, trihydride. God, almost made the same mistake. So it's NH, and then it has 3. So there's ammonia. Okay, so that's ammonia. We're going to use this as we go through. So let me just pull this down, and we'll pop this right in here. So we have, we're going to start off with always what's in the problem. Now again, sometimes there's more than one number in the problem. In this case, there's only one number, so that's what we're going to start off with. So we're off with our 2.681. Make sure they're the same numbers, and that's going to be moles of NH3. So we're going to go ahead and copy that, and we're going to put down right here, paste NH3. Now, as all conversions, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our times in a line. So times in a line. And what do we put below the line? Now that's what we always remember. I always like to start below the line because whatever the unit is up above, that's what we're going to put below. So we're going to put down moles of that. So we're going to copy that, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to paste that right there. Now in our thing up here, it's 1 mole. So we're going to put the number 1 with that. So that's 1 mole. Now 1 mole equals what? In this case, it's asking for liters. Now what up here has the unit of liters? Okay, this one right here. So we're going to put this number. We're going to copy that number right there, copy that, and we're going to paste it right here. Okay, now one of the things, and that's liters of NH3. And what we probably should do is we probably should go ahead and underline that. Okay, and we're going to just center it over there just a little bit. So now we can go ahead and look at what can I get rid of. So what can I get rid of? Well, anything that's on top and on bottom, we can get rid of. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this right here. So I'm going to do that by striking through, and I'll do the same thing here. We'll strike through that. Now notice, I did not have to figure out the molar mass. Why? Because it was in moles and it went to volume in liters. It didn't ask me for the molar mass. If it started off in grams, then I'd have to use the molar mass. Or if I'm asking for the mass, then I'd have to do that. But we don't always have to do that. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. Oh, I also got to get rid of this right here. So. And there's a reason why, because I have it on top and bottom. That leaves me with this right here, liters of NH3. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to copy or just write this out over here. Liters of NH3. Okay. And all I have to do now is the math. So remember, we're going to take the number, multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. But because this is a 1 right here, we do not have to divide by 1. So we're just going to take our number, our 2.681, make sure it's the same again always, and we're going to multiply that by 22.4, and there's our answer. Our answer is going to be 60.0544. So it's 60.0544, but our answer needs to be in how many significant figures? There's our number. They're all numbers, no zero, so it's going to be 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Put my number right there, my line right there. There's the line. So what do? The 4 says we drop everything off. So we're going to get rid of that. And we're done. There's our answer. Highlight it. Good. We're done with that one. Not bad. So that was a pretty simple one. The hardest ones are going to be, again, when we go to molecules and we have to use this number right here, especially if it's this number using molar mass. So let's see what the next problem has. And again, we'll pull that one up and look at it. So this says how much does this many moles of ammonia weigh? So now I'm asking for weight. Well, weight is going to be molar mass in grams because weight is in grams. So we're going to start out always with the number that we have. So we're going to start off with this. So we're going to put in here our 2.681 moles of ammonia, NH3. Now we're going to put our handy dandy times in a line, and we're going to put moles of NH4 on the bottom. So we're going to come over here, and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste it on the bottom here. Now, what number of these up here goes with moles? Well, I looked through, that's liters, this is grams, this is atoms, molecules, formula, units. Oh, right there, moles, 1 mole. So we're going to say 1 mole, so we're going to put a 1 right there. So 1 mole equals what? Weight. So now I got to put the weight on the top. So I know that the weight is going to be in grams of NH3. Okay, so now I got to figure out, since I'm going to put grams right here, that's going to be molar mass, right? Only thing in grams is going to be molar mass. So I have to come down here and I have to calculate out that I have NH3. And how many do I have of each one? Well, of nitrogen, we have 1. Of hydrogen, we have 3. So we're going to take nitrogen and we're going to multiply it by its atomic weight, which we will double check in just a second, but I think it's 14. Our hydrogen, we're going to multiply that by its atomic weight, which I believe is 1, and we'll double check this. Okay. So we're going to multiply those out. So 1 times 14 is 14. 3 times 1 is 3. And that means my molar mass for ammonia equals 17 grams. So I'm going to double check that nitrogen is 14 and hydrogen is 1. So again, I'd like to go ahead and come over here. Our hydrogen is 1. Our nitrogen is 14. It's the larger number in the box because that's the atomic weight. Okay, so we can go back to that. And so we're going to take this number right here, this 17, and put it right up here. So we're going to go ahead and put 17. Now, one of the things that, again, that you need to make sure that you do is to underline this because it is a fraction. 17 grams of ammonia equals 1 mole of ammonia, which means that they're equal to each other. So I'm really just multiplying this by a number that's over top of itself, which is 1. So I'm not changing the value. Okay. Now what do we have to do? We have to get rid of our moles of ammonia. So we're going to strike through that because I have it on top and bottom. Because if I left it there, that means I would have to have it in the answer, and I only want to have grams of ammonia, because that's what it's asking. How much does ammonia weigh? So I know that it's over here that I'm going to put grams of NH3. So now all I have to do is the math. Put in the calculator, put the calculator up 2.681. We're going to multiply that by 17, and I don't have to divide by 4. So I end up with 45.577, and that's what goes right here. 45.577. What's our problem? Our problem is we have to go by this many significant figures. In this case, there are 4, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. The 7 says we do it. The 7 says we round up. So we're going to do that and round that up to 8. So we'd be all done. There's our answer. Highlight it. Let us know where it is.